Birth of the hero. Long before the shield, before the suit, there was just a young man named Steve Rogers, weak on the outside, but unstoppable in spirit. In Captain America: The First Avenger, we watch Steve step into the Rebirth chamber, not chosen for muscles, but for morals. Peggy Carter watches in fear as the Vita rays activate. His screams echo through the lab, but Steve doesn't give up. When the chamber opens, he rises taller, stronger, reborn. This isn't just a transformation, it's the birth of Captain America.
Forging the genius. Next, a billionaire with everything to lose. Tony Stark never believed in sacrifice until he was forced into it. In a cave under terrorist control, shrapnel inches toward his heart. With no time and no hope, Tony builds a small arc reactor to survive. But survival wasn't enough. With Yinsen's help, he forges his first armor: scrap metal, fire, desperation. When Yinsen sacrifices himself during the escape, Tony realizes his technology must protect, not destroy. In Iron Man 2, during the Monaco Grand Prix, Ivan Vanko storms the track. No suit, no time, only a red briefcase. Tony snaps it open, metal panels attach in seconds. Mark V comes alive. In that moment, Iron Man isn't a machine. It's pure brilliance under pressure.
Unleashed fury. In Hulk 2003, there is no ceremony, no pride, only rage. Bruce Banner is pushed beyond his limits. Stress, pain, repressed trauma, everything explodes inside the lab. His skin rips, bones stretch, a roar breaks the silence. The Hulk erupts. General Ross tries to stop him with foam, weapons, force, but Hulk smashes through walls, gates, the very limits of science. This is not transformation. This is rage unleashed. Light of fear. Far above Earth, an alien warrior lies dying. Abin Sur's power ring searches for someone worthy, someone who can face fear. It chooses Hal Jordan, a fearless test pilot whose courage often crosses into recklessness. The first time he wears the ring, green energy surrounds his body, forming armor powered by imagination. Hal doesn't just gain power, he becomes the guardian of Sector 2814. But to wield that power, he must learn to master fear rather than deny it. The Flaming Pact. Some transformations require a deal with the devil. Johnny Blaze would do anything to save his dying father, even sell his soul. But death cannot be tricked. His father dies, and Mephisto returns to collect. When night falls and evil draws near, flames ignite from within. His skin melts away, revealing a burning skull. His bike transforms into a hellish machine. The chain becomes his weapon. He screams, but rises reborn. The Ghost Rider, the spirit of vengeance. The Blue Birth. In Watchmen, the transformation of Jonathan Osterman is unlike anything in comic history. A physicist steps into the quantum test chamber. The door seals shut, the accident obliterates his body, disintegrating him into particles. But death doesn't end his existence. Slowly, his consciousness reforms. First veins flicker, then bones, then flesh appearing and vanishing. When the process completes, he steps forward, glowing blue. Not as a man, but as Dr. Manhattan, a being who perceives all time at once, past, present, and future. He loses connection to humanity, not out of cruelty, but because he has become more than human. Spider Awakening. Peter Parker was just another student on a field trip,
until a genetically modified spider changed everything. The bite burns. That night, dreams turn into fever. By morning, he's faster, sharper, stronger. No glasses needed, muscles defined, spider sense active. He climbs walls, swings through the air, and effortlessly defeats Flash Thompson. But power without responsibility is dangerous. Uncle Ben's death hits harder than any villain. In that moment, Peter stops running from destiny and becomes Spider-Man.
Dark division. But in the same world, another transformation takes place. Norman Osborn tests the unstable serum on himself. The lab explodes. He survives, but the serum fractures his mind. In the mirror, he sees not himself, but a new identity, a chaotic, sadistic force. The Green Goblin is born. With flight suit, glider, and pumpkin bombs, he becomes Spider-Man's darkest reflection, a man consumed by ambition and madness. Metal Reckoning. Victor Von Doom was already powerful, wealthy, brilliant, but not satisfied. During the space mission, cosmic rays strike him. His body mutates, skin hardens like metal, his face scars. Electricity crackles through him. Anger burns hotter than any star. When he dons the metal mask, it isn't just to hide his face, it's to fully embrace the new identity. Dr. Doom, a villain forged by ego and fueled by revenge. The Winter Soldier. Not all transformations are chosen. Bucky Barnes fell from the train, presumed dead. Hydra saved him, not to heal, but to weaponize. In hidden labs, scientists erase his memories, implant commands, and graft a cybernetic arm for combat. Injected with serum, his body gets stronger, while his mind is destroyed. He wakes with no identity, no past, only missions. He becomes the Winter Soldier, a ghost assassin of Hydra. Deadpool. Wade Wilson faces his greatest enemy, cancer. To protect Vanessa, he joins a secret program promising a cure. He's injected with a serum, but it only activates under torture. He's suffocated, beaten, burned. Days pass. Pain destroys his sanity. Until one day, the healing factor activates. Cancer gone. Body restored, but twisted, scarred, horrifying. In the burning facility, he escapes, but not as Wade Wilson. He becomes Deadpool, a mercenary with immortal healing, twisted humor, and a very personal vendetta. Every hero began with pain. Every villain began with desperation. Every anti-hero began with sacrifice. Transformations aren't about power. They're about purpose. Because in the end, it's not what they became. It's why they changed. And if you enjoyed this journey through transformation, trust me, you'll love what comes next.